all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. As long as we live, y'all follow me. Damn, I see you. Freshly single but afraid to mingle because the stress from your past relationships still bear weight on you.
What inspired me to pursue a career in music? We'll just say that it's a simple but hard answer. Music rules everything around me. I know Wu-Tang said cash rules everything around me, but music rules everything around me. There's always a beat playing in my head. There's always a song playing in my head. Anything that I do, like I can associate music with different memories. Like I can hear a song and it take me back to a time. Or like if I'm trying to get in the mood for something, like whether it's in the mood to work out, you know, you listen to certain music. Walk right fast. If you listen to certain music to get you ready to go hard in the gym, or if you know you with a young lady and you're trying to set the mood to get it on, you got music playing. So even on to when it comes to praise and worship, I mean, it's still music, so it's still something that's playing in your head to get you ready for it.
I mean, you can't quite wrap your head around how could you plant these seeds and grow these trees, but they yet to bear any fruit. They just left you bare. Bare with this heavy heart full of pain, with these negative thoughts in your brain, trying to stay sane because all you wanted was the sunshine, but all you were given was the rain.
And even on the poetry scene, like the fusion of poetry and music, it all goes together and it creates something bigger. So I figured I had to be around that. So music for me is life. So why would I not want to make my money experiencing life? Life to me is music. So there it is.
Every time I do my poems, it's real stories, so it's really happy.
Musically, where did I start? I gotta say that I started at home, to be honest. I mean, because there was always music around me. So, you know, I would run around singing all the time. Of course, I was brought up in the church. So, with being in the church in my family, where I'm from, like we were the church. So, that meant that I had to be in a choir. I had to sing in a choir. Different little organizations and programs, music programs, I always was a part of it. Instrumentalization, you know, now I do regret that I didn't learn to play the piano or the organ, which that everyone else in my family plays like the piano or the organ. That's one of my bigger regrets in life. But I did play the drums, I played the saxophone, played the violin, so I did all of that as a kid. And you know, I would, believe it or not, at one point in time, like I used to sing. Like, don't ask me to sing now because it's so bad. But that's where my musical roots started. That's how I got started in it. I even spent some time rapping, you know, as a kid. A lot of people would not ever imagine me rapping, but you know, I had flow back then. Like, don't ask me to rap now either. Like, I'm strictly a karaoke singer, strictly a karaoke rapper.
And now you want change. Change in the form of consistency that consistently covers you and confident provides you with those genuine feelings of what it genuinely feels like to be loved.
But once I got to college, that transition, that love for music and that infatuation with music, it transferred over into radio. So now, hey, I have a job where there's music around me all the time. It's my job to play music, which is why I feel like I got the best career in the world. Like, it doesn't pay the most, but being a DJ, being on the radio, doing the whole 9 yards, like, it helps me live, it helps me breathe. Like, it's everything to me. So that's how I got started, and I'm glad, you know, from starting off back then up until now, like, I'm still in it. And it just makes me feel like, since I'm still in music, I'm still living.
How y'all doing tonight? Y'all sound tired than a motherfucker. I'm tired too, nigga. I'm like the white boys at the bar. Go, 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 go. Adrian, you can fucking drink, bro. You can drink with us anytime. I'm not drinking with you niggas no more.
Favorite genre of music? Oh my God. I gotta say R&B. I love hip hop. Don't get me wrong. Like, I if I could have been a rapper, I probably would have. But really, if I could sing, I would be out here singing. Like, I would be singing women out their panties. And, you know, it's God knew what he was doing when he made it to where I'm not a singer, because I would have probably about 25 kids, because I just walk up to them and be like, hey, how you doing? And, you know, just get up out of drawers. You know what I'm saying? That's...
What a day, what a day. I truly can't complain. Yeah, I'm happy. What I did was definitely done in vain. See, it was them soft and supple lips on that bright and gentle morning. Plush white sheets like smoke burning puffs when I'm blowing.
But I love all genres of music. Believe it or not, I even like country, like polka and stuff. Like, I can do without. But like, there's some country songs that I'm feeling. Of course, I was raised in the church, so obviously gospel music. I'm digging reggaeton, you know, junkanoo, all of that other stuff like that. Like, I'm into it. I love hip hop, but my roots, like where I excel, is R&B.
I see you tired of going through that process. Just wondering if this time is it. Only for it to turn into shit and your heart to return to that pit that you work so desperately to pull it out of.
Favorite artist. Okay, now what I'm about to say is just gonna go against what I just said before. Okay, my favorite artist is actually part of a group, but my favorite group is Outkast. But my favorite artist of all time is hands down Andre 3000. Hands down.
What do you think about this unescaped reality? Express yourself apart from any particular subject from this treacherous tangibility. Are you aroused by this atrocious mirage?
Favorite food? As you can tell by this, obviously I got a lot of favorite food. Have I ever met food that I didn't like? Yeah, I have. Let's see. My favorite food, and this is gonna sound so cliche and stereotypical and low-key racist, but chicken.
My shit hurt, nigga. Wake up in the morning, gotta go boo-boo, I can't eat boo-boo, nigga. You on the toilet,
Chicken, like chicken makes the world go round. Like, you could do just about anything to me and bring me some wings and it's okay. I'm gonna stop being mad for the moment. I might get mad later on, but what you say about my mama? Oh, here's some wings, thank you. Exactly.
Quit trying to count the steps as you pace back and forth, searching for this mental image you produce by your clouded thoughts.
I am a Leo. I'm not the stereotypical Leo. Most people feel like Leos have to be the center of attention. I'm actually a little bit on the shy side. So I'm cool with being behind the scenes, but when the spotlight's on me, I'ma shine.
It seems so unfair. So you build these walls brick by brick and someone try to scale them and question you just why they there. And you will reply for protection. Protection from these negative feelings in question that nags at all your imperfections. You just want to feel protected.
My dad, I grew up, even as a kid, he would always go off into the kitchen and always write, raps, and he'll say them out loud, and I used to always listen to that, and that just kind of carried on with me as I grew up. So I've been writing since I learned how to write, since I was 8 years old.
They say healing is when the situation no longer bothers you.
When it comes to writing, one of my main goals and main purpose is to inspire, is to motivate, is to get people to look at things differently from a whole different perspective. It's to teach, it's to educate, it's to entertain. There's so much that I want to do when I write, and I just kind of put it all out there no matter how it come out.
When you think you deserve punishment, but God's mercy covers you. Personally, I've been flirting with death, hanging out on the dark side, been living on the edge, getting more carbon dioxide.
Oh man, one of my favorite writers is Professor X from the X Clan. If you don't know about Professor X from the X Clan, I don't know if you know about music or poetry. My favorite food? Oh, that's a good one. Any rice bowls. I'm a rice bowl type of person, especially if it's veggie. All right, go ahead, brother. You good? You good? I'm a rice bowl type of guy. I like to kind of make sure I'm getting all my nutrients. Whatever sign God is, you know what I'm saying. But no, I'm a Virgo. I'll let you. I'm a Virgo. I was born in September.
That's a very Virgo thing to say. That's it, man. Thank you.
Oh, that was it? All right, solid. Hey, man, that was fun, man. That was fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that's all love. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it.
But let's talk about these walls, if you would. They're designed to keep out the bad, but we often ignore the fact that they also keep out the good.
I was going through a lot. I was in college. A lot of things in my life weren't going the way that I wanted them to go. And I was borderline suicidal. I was in a bad relationship, and I was trying to fix it.
I have an equal balance between my sexuality and intellect. Fuck the panties. I'm the type of brother that'll drop knowledge on you just to get your mind wet.
And so went out to where she was. She was in Colorado, and went out there to see if the relationship was salvageable, and realized that it wasn't. And I got on a Greyhound bus, came back to Norman, and wrote my first poem on the Greyhound bus in the dark.
See, I can stimulate your mind with my poetry and conversation. You'll see. I'll have you rubbing your forehead saying, damn, J-Wig put it on me.
I mostly write about like poems. You know what I'm saying? I always say I don't know a lot about love, but I know a whole bunch about like. You know what I'm saying? And like is so important, and like is so necessary. So I write about like, I write about relationships a lot, and I write about just healing and therapy, things along that nature.
But when it comes to intellect and sexuality, women must also have a balanced mix. I mean, think about it. Any chick can suck a dick, but can you do calculus? I mean, that's the real shit.
My favorite poet, I would have to say, is two people. One of them is Black Ice. He was on the very first season of Def Poetry Jam. It's crazy how I was watching him way back in the day, and eventually he and I became friends.
So we become stuck in this same state, following this same trend, going through these same cycles like over and over again. It's like we can't fucking win.
He came and featured in this spot years ago, and we built a friendship from that. And that's my guy. We talk every week. So he's definitely a dynamic guy. He's one of those people who made me want to do poetry.
You're so used to viewing the world in a certain way for you to turn around, be blinded by its influence.
And the second person was my boy Chris. His name was Concept at the time, Chris Concept. And Chris Concept was the first guy that I ever heard do poetry, which it didn't sound all Romeo and Juliet, all Shakespeare-y, all soft and porous. Like I didn't like poems like that, you know what I mean, at that time.
I mean, can you help me with my statistics? I mean, I'm the type of brother that'll put it on your ass all night and then help you with your homework all day. Who am I?
And so he was like more masculine, and I think Black Ice fits that description as well. And so Chris Concept, my guy, one of my really good friends, ended up starting a company and naming it after him. Concept Productions came after my boy who was a poet, Chris Concept.
Well, how about we replace these walls with a door? And you give the person the keys in which that door was designed for, which is you.
My favorite food is pasta, hands down. I've lived in Italy a total of 8 years, 4 years each time. And moved back to the States the beginning of my freshman year. But pasta, hands down. Red sauce, a good red sauce with a nice mixture of wine in the sauce. Yeah, that's.
I don't know much, but I do know this. I know that the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement.
Was it for like a college thing in Italy?
My pops is military. Well, was military at the time. So he was stationed there when I was younger, and then once again when I was a little bit older. So I went all through junior high, in Italy.
And then once you become one with you, you can trust yourself enough to trust someone else to give the keys to hold on to.
First time was Southern Italy, second time was Northern Italy, which are like two different cultures. It's like living in LA and then living in New York, you know what I'm saying? How they both have their pros and cons. Well, that's Northern Italy and Southern Italy. You know what I mean?
I know that I'm heartbroken, but I still believe in love. I also believe that love is the greatest thing ever created.
My sign is $. And the reason why I say my sign is $, is because I've always been one of those people. I'm spiritual, but I don't believe in astrology, right? I hate it when people will determine your birthday and just try to tell you who you are.
So don't give up on love, lover. Yeah. Learn to love yourself before you love another. Then watch how fast you and love will become one another.
I just don't agree with that. I think you are a product of your upbringing. I'm just like my pop. My pop was always the funniest guy in the room. He was very outgoing. But he also would shut it down with no warning. He would shut it down, didn't want to be bothered with people. And I am like that. And he and I are not the same sign, you know what I'm saying? And neither is my mother. In fact, nobody in my family is the same sign. Like, you know, I have a sister, mom and a dad, 4 of us, none of us are the same sign.
Followed by the catfish at ice, that shit is delicious.
And we're all, you know, I'm closer to my pops personality-wise. I'm laid back like my mom. I don't think I'm anything like my sister. But you're just a product of your upbringing. So definitely my sign is $, or sign of the times, or fresh pasta sign. That's my sign.
Yeah, man, thank you.
That was it?
Yeah, that's it.
Word up. We good.
First allow yourself to heal, then feel, so you know what is real.
Yes, sir.
Self-love is the best love, because it breeds all love. Thank you.